Alright, gang, what's going on with y'all, bro? This is Brian's Fragrances coming back with another video. Okay, so look, today we just gonna be talking about, is Bad Boy Fragrances worth it? Okay, so look, the Bad Boy Fragrance House, we all familiar with the Bad Boy Fragrance House, right? We all know about Cobalt, which is, I think, one of the most popular ones. We all familiar with Cobalt Elixir. We familiar with the Bad Boy Le Parfum. We is familiar with of course, the Bad Boy Extreme, which I think is one of the better ones out of the line, you know. But in my opinion, what do I think is I think one of the ones that's worth it from that line that I smell is the Bad Boy Extreme, right? That's a nice chocolate cake, chocolatey, you know, incense, ginger type of fragrance, but it's a good chocolate fragrance that don't overdo it, you know, with the chocolate. It's a nice chocolate fragrance, but it's just not overdone with it. It's a nice incense type of fragrance. But in my opinion, I'ma just have to really pretty much tell you, I'm not crazy over the Bad Boy line, right? I'm not too crazy over the line. I just think that it's a nice house. I'm not too crazy about the line, you know. The fragrances that I smell from them, they haven't really done much for me, you know, and all the Bad Boy fragrances that I smell was just thumbs down. It's just not really, I don't think it's a house that you want to rush to try to get into. And I heard that the Bad Boy line that just you know, actually dropped, which was supposed to be the Bad Boy Elixir, that one just actually dropped, and I don't think that it's really that worth it. As people were saying, I don't think that it's gonna be a good fragrance. I haven't smelled it, but I don't think that it's gonna be a good one, because it's like everybody was saying, it's just a basic leather scent. So I don't know. Bad Boy is really pretty much a house I don't think that you want to get into. I don't think that you should even be in a rush to pretty much, you know, get into. There's a couple of houses I will advise you to get into, though, if you go get into anything, which is the Jean Paul house, which is the Mancera house, which is the, what else? Let me see. It's a lot of houses that I will advise you to get into over Bad Boy, like, you know, the Montauk house, Mind Games, all of those types of houses. But the Bad Boy house, not one of my favorites. You know what? Not really one of my favorite houses. Also, you should get into the BDK house and stuff like that. You know, it's just like the Bad Boy house really don't do too much for me. I think it's a I think it's a decent house, but I just think some of their fragrances is just, you know, it's just not really all that. It's just, you know, the fragrances that I smell, I don't think that it's all that. They do got some nice take on designers and everything, but see, this is why I'm not too crazy about designer fragrances, because they got this. This is why I'm more into niche fragrances, because, you know, niche does the job. Niche is just one of the fragrances that's going to do its job. It's going to always smell different. It's just, you know, designers always seem to just disappoint. They just always seem, you know, just to disappoint. And I'm not too crazy about them. You know, I'm not too crazy about designers for real. So, yeah, that's why I'm not too crazy about the Bad Boy house. So should you get into the house, is the house worth it? Long story short, with, you know, well, this was actually a sort of a long story, but yeah, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that it's worth it to get into. I really don't. If I thought that it was worth it, I would have said, yeah, man, you know, yeah. It actually is, but no, I really don't think it is. I think Bad Boy is gonna be doing more letdowns for you than the upsides, you know, bro. But this is Brian's Fragrances coming back with another video. Y'all tap back in for the next one.